Hi, welcome to the first episode of Ryan's Rides.
Ernest Shackleton was born in County Kildare, in Ireland. As a young man, he developed the obsession with the sea and exploring places that no one's ever gone before. Shackleton assembled a crew of 28 men and sailed out on a ship called the Endurance. About a month later, on January 18th, 1915, everything changed. The Endurance became trapped under the ice of the Weddell Sea. At first, nobody was too worried. They figured the summer thaw would break the ice and they'd continue along their way. But day after day and week after week, the pressure kept building until the ice beginning to crush the ship itself. The sounds that it would make were only described as what could be known as gunfire. After 10 months trapped, Shackleton gave the order that no captain ever wanted to give: abandon ship. With their ship gone, their crew began to set up camp on the sheets of ice. They didn't know how much longer they had before the ice underneath was going to be no longer and they would wake up in the ocean. The crew was surviving on penguins and seals and anything that would come up on the ice that they could catch and that they could live on. Melted snow, for water, and different things of such sort. 10 months later, Ernest Shackleton had to make another call, an impossible call. After being trapped in Antarctic ice for months, Ernest Shackleton ordered 28 men into 3 small wooden lifeboats and set out across most of the dangerous seas on Earth. After battling freezing waves, towering swells, and constant storms, they reached the desolate shores of Elephant Island, but it's more than 1,200 miles away from the nearest help. Elephant Island was uninhabited. No ships passed by, no one knew they were there, and if they stayed, they would eventually starve or freeze to death. So Shackleton had to make another hard decision and handpicked 5 men. They climbed to the strongest lifeboat called James Caird and set across 800 miles of the world's most violent ocean towards South Georgia Island. It was a journey that many believed couldn't be survived. After 16 days at sea battling hurricane-force winds, freezing temperature, and waves as tall as buildings, Shackleton and his crew reached South Georgia Island, but they landed on the wrong side. Between them and the nearest whaling station stood more than 20 miles of unexplored mountains and glaciers. They had no maps, no trails, and no climbing gear whatsoever. After 36 hours without sleep, they stumbled into the whaling station. When the manager looked up from the whaling station, he didn't recognize the filthy, bearded man standing before him. Shackleton's first words were simple: "My name is Shackleton." And even then, the ordeal wasn't over. Shackleton made